listen to us from there, and then read up on all some of our news where we post for the site. Many things they go on for the site for there. All right, shout out to all man. We don't join us since morning. Go reach just now. And as I talk to you now, the time for big talk this morning. Waiting there on top of the plate for big talk this morning. Quickly, make we yarn. Now, some of the things them will be say now before now we know say basically in Nigeria, if you describe Nigeria as a two-party system. Now, not be officially or scoff because plenty parties there for the country, many parties there for the side of the country, But when it comes to the center, the power at the center, the federal government there, usually now two parties, and then the second party come in full force for 2015 after the merger of ACN, ANPP, I think, and then CPC and some other parties with the merge. Now APC emerge. APC day there, PDP day there. But inside this 2023 general election, it can be like say the narrative can't change, the storyline can't change small. Well, we can't see another force, a third force, we don't bust inside of the matter, what they call Labour Party. After when it be said Mr. Peter Obi come out from inside PDP, Labour, when he go for Labour Party, become the flag bearer, the presidential flag bearer of the Labour Party, they force or they support when it galvanize, when it generates, the force generate enough buzz to become a third force or to become a third major political party. So now we talk about three major political parties. We talk about the PDP. We talk about APC or SCOF will be the ruling party. And we don't talk about Labour Party too. Now, when we check all of these things, then we check all of these parties, we see waiting playouts for the February 25th general election, presidential and parliamentary elections. We see how them play out. We see how many seats will Labour Party don't get for inside of the Senate and the House of Reps. A total of 47 senators and about for 30 rather. All of the seats where they don't get for inside of the National Assembly, and then you can't see all of the balls where they create they come. But recently, one of the things will be like common thread, will be like a normal, not really normal, will be like common thread, where don't they happen for inside all of these parties. Yes, for some of the parties, it don't they happen, they come before now, but now, it can't be like say, it don't touch all the parties, all the three major parties. He don't touch the three major parties. So we want to check this particular matter, make we see how it take the B. Make we talk about some of this internal party politics and how it take the affect one or two things for inside of the house. Yes, total, like I tell you earlier, on total of 46, 34 House of representative seats that with the Labour Party don't collect, and a score of 7 Senate seats. So total of 6 Senate seats, total of 46, 34. Okay, so quickly, yes, I just need to do quick confirmation on that particular one. All right, 6 Senate seats and 34 House of Rep seats, total of 40. Now, quickly, make we talk about them quickly. While I take style, they'll still wait for my guests to stroll inside of the studio. But make we still talk while we wait as the matter take the bay. Now, if you look these three parties, something starts to happen yesterday for inside of APC. Make we start with the APC. Now, yesterday APC, we hear the information where the somebody from inside of APC been get up, make one particular, if you call him appeal, if you call him suggestion, anyhow when you take put him. But he gets something when he talk, when he be say the thing, just be like say, I hope so now, and I believe rather, say now one of the things that we're going to address, because meeting APC get meeting, the leadership of the party get meeting today with some of the with the APC senators and House of Rep members elect. So all of them get meeting today. Now, based on that one, we will hear some of these things. I believe some of these things they go address them for there. Now, the National Vice Chairman Northwest of the All Progressive Congress, Malam Salihu Lukman, been done called the leadership of the ruling party, where he called them say, based on how they be, make them try their best to balance the Muslim ticket of the president-elect Bola Tinubu. Say, okay, it already happened like this. Now, make them balance them. Now, Lukman come outside, going to talk this one for inside of statements when entitled APC Internal Dynamics and the Future of Democracy. Now, in talk, say the national chairman of the party, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, say Ingas resign, make way for Christian leader. You understand? Because the president-elect, the vice president-elect, two of them now from the Muslim extraction, then we can still get the national chairman of the party. So he said make the national chairman make it do it and make it resign according to how he take talk the Kaduna politician in drop this one for statement, and then many people don't they look and say but then if they say make the national chairman of the party make it resign, this now somebody when it be say he deliver. At least the presidential candidate want to bring come outside, he deliver on his job to deliver the presidential candidate. Okay, so you know go come outside the talk say make him resign just like that. So that argument don't day there. And so based on one or two, the National Working Committee member in talk will say, say no need to appease Nigerians by removing the national chairman and the secretary of the party to balance the controversial Muslim ticket of Tinubu and the running mate will be Senator Kashim Shettima. Now, that's not one of the things when it be some of the people they raise. They say that one now, it is very important, but say the need day. It is very important, but to balance this whole matter. To settle this matter so that it could be like say making Nigerians now no go think and too much. That one be like there's something when it be say the brew for inside of APC now or scoff, say if you go for inside of PDP, the whole crisis where they go on there. So I want to make we check all of these things, make we see how it could take effect, especially when we talk about the APC now, what did they go on there, make we see how it could take effect the incoming president and in policies, the job when he get to do and all of that. Now we move the entire side of PDP before the election, them being carry Higgy Haga crisis, talk about Wiki, G5, talk about different crises when they happen for inside of the PDP, inside different states and at the national level and all of that. When they carry inside of the election, even after the election, they never really see that united front, that settlement, that united front. We never really still see them for inside of the PDP. Okay, that one still there, the brew for inside of the matter. Then, while we still the reason them, Labour Party for inside of Port Harcourt and for inside of Oyo State. We hear some of the reports we come out. We are Labour Party, some leadership of the states for Labour Party for Port Harcourt, they endorse a particular candidate other than the candidate of the party. The same thing for inside of Oyo State and some other states. And then the National Working Committee or the national leadership of the party make move to dissolve the state ESCOs. Say, okay, these ESCOs now, based on saying I go they support one other candidate, will not be a candidate. Make do it in, make all of our first. They dissolve all of the ESCOs for inside of states like PH. Now, this one, our people don't they look and say, hope say this one no go break the ranks of these parties. Now, we want to check them because election they enter on Friday. We see what happen. Election, gubernatorial elections this Friday, this Saturday. We want to see how it go take be with all of these things. Now, I don't know whether they learn any lessons. I don't know whether some of these parties learn any lessons. Party like PDP go inside of the election divided. and they come out, we see the outcome. They never still settle, and they go for some of the key states, where PDP they now they under strong contest. All right, so we want to check them, and I want to make we reason them together, because I still they take style, they wait for my guests to come inside the Akimbo. But you if you still put body, make we reason them one-on-one on top of this particular arrangement, how this whole thing is going to affect the voting patterns. And then if these parties, all of them, if they enter the ballots, the governorship ballots, with all of these small crises where they need to address, they enter the governorship ballot based on one or two, how it will take happen, waiting to be the possible outcomes one by each based on how it be. Now, what will be the implication of some of these higi haga, some of these things where they drag? What will be the implication on their stronghold? For instance, APC, where they say, okay, Muslim matters, where they play up this Muslim issue right now, and they ask the national chairman to resign. What will be the implication on their strongholds? Places like Lagos, places like Kano. Well, some people go even tell they say Kano serve technically. The APC, the government of the day in Kano, but it gets some other forces with it behind the scene, like the NNPP, they there too, and some other parties, them, and some other forces too, they get out there. But how all of this cracks, all of these divisions, all of this small rift where they need to settle for inside of the parties, from the ruling party APC to the PDP to the Labour Party, how some of these things, how they go take sort them out as they go to the polls, and how these ones go take affect them for the elections, how it go take affect their strongholds. All of these things now waiting, we see the check based on one or two. Yes, I go open the phone lines shortly, we could talk about them. Now, but waiting the party stakeholders need to do for this period. Now, anybody gonna say, okay, they need to talk about peace, they need to talk about settling, not talk about unifying before Saturday. We get like 5 days. People gonna talk about unifying, settling, coming together to make sure, say, they don't get issues or some of these things now no escalate, can affect votes, because at the end of the day, for now, for most political parties, for now, in fact, for every political party for now, they're all about winning elections. Okay, winning elections, because anything where anybody they drag at the end of the day, you don't get plans to win election, especially states where they already be incumbent, states where some of the parties already then be incumbent for there, and they allow internal rifts or internal crisis to affect them, or internal crisis to disturb what they do. I don't know how you go take thunder. I don't know how you go take go down. All right, so we just check all of this internal crisis, and then we check how you go take affect votes on Saturday, and of course how it take the affect the other factors we would have mentioned. Now the big talk now be this one 8:21. Now waiting time to talk for inside of the studio. Super Citizen at Sunrise. Now the name of the show that they call me the chief priest. Now with a look, the three major political parties, we don't establish, say, okay, political parties. Now, yes, of course, if we say we get three major political parties. So when they look the three major political parties, when they look some of the internal higi haga, the internal rifts, I know one call them crisis, because many people, if you call that crisis, it be like say they trigger people. So the internal disagreements, whether they happen for some of these parties or these three parties, and how if it take affect Saturday election, and waiting suppose make it happen. And some of the outcomes and some of the scenarios where if it play out with waiting to happen for inside some of these parties. I don't share with you for APC waiting to happen there for the leadership. Asking make the national chairman step down on the grounds of religion based on Muslim ticket. Then we get Muslim chairman make a step down. PDP crisis already before election. He don't do on ground settling all of the aggrieved members. Labour Party now divisions. Labour Party ESCOs for some states, they endorse the governorship candidates of the other parties based on one or two. What that one mean? They mean whether they communicate, whether waiting don't really go down. All right, some of these things make we check them based on how it be. All right, you remember for Big Talk, we try to keep our conversations within the cycle of reasoning as much as possible. All right, don't know why. We'll avoid some kind of things. So keep them within the cycle of reasoning. The numbers they there to call 0903 22 29 797 they there. We get 0818 22 22 205 they there. We get 0818 22 22 206. And you fit still drop message for WhatsApp for us. The way we call her the duam, the way we call her the take duam, the way we pato the take duam. If you drop message for us for WhatsApp, make we talk based on how the beat. 823. How there so this morning? Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, I did hear you, sir.
About this crisis in the party is bound to happen.
It's bound to happen.
What happened in the election is not a matter of Muslim ticket. There's power of incumbent. And then the Yoruba people voted because they are.
I beg, Issa, she could try make you shift away from where your radio there or reduce the volume of your radio down there. Yes, so that we will talk well.
The Yoruba people, Christians in Yoruba land voted for their brother is contesting.
Well, okay.
So what I'm telling you, for PDP, people are blaming Woke. Woke is the problem. Atiku caused all the scenario. Know that the power supposed to see for the south. He used his power
and
take over the power.
Okay.
And then after taking over the power with the agreement that the chairmanship will go to the south or east, he refused. He said he can win election without the G5. Working single-handedly maintain this power. Atiku, Saraki, Dogara, Tabua, all of them, they run away from PDP and go and help Buhari to come to power.
Okay.
Spend his money, spend his time. When the party don't start, some people are blaming Woke. Woke, you don't have any problem.
Okay, fine. For inside of Labour Party, now you don't touch on APC and PDP. For inside of Labour Party, waiting. Yes.
Just coming up. The party have just come up. So they have never get around to governize and organize themselves. So they are bound to follow this process. You see, they are just coming up. So you don't know to if people use any small party to contest, nobody will worry. But he used the bigger party to he want to destroy the very PDP at once. So the Labour Party, we are still praying for them. I'm praying that the court will do their judge not like the way they have been doing.
All right. Thank you, Issa Chiku, for that one. We're on the talk. We check all of these things because yes, again, where politics go stop and governance go start. But from all of these parties, the leaders they come out from. Now, from all of these parties, now from the APC and the president-elect and the vice president-elect of SCOF don't come out. Some senators will come out from different parties. House of Rep members will come out from different parties. Now, and one way or another, some of these internal crises, they affect things on a larger scale. And now, that's why we say, make we just put small mirror, make we put small torchlight, make we mirror some of these things for inside of the three major political parties, the internal crisis, the internal rifts, internal disagreements, where they happen there at the moment and how it will take play out, what will be the possible scenarios, what will be the possible outcomes based on how it be. Issa, she could don't talk some things about, say, PDP, they're supposed to be unite before they enter inside of the polls. All right, that one no happen. The Labour Party, saying a young party, they still come up. So some of the disagreement or separations, they bound to happen. And now, so intake talk, I'm saying they're bound to happen. So all of those ones, they there for Inside of the Matter, 8:27. Now, waiting time to talk this morning, the big talk on top super citizen at sunrise this morning. They call me the chief priest. We don't they talk, I'm the come. We don't they check, I'm the analyze. I'm the numbers they there to talk, to take callers. Put 0903 22 29 797. We got 0818 22 22 205. We get 0818 22 22 206. All of them now numbers where we fit stay call this morning. Then you fit still send message for WhatsApp. There 0818 22 22 205. Then at the WhatsApp message. If you look APC, you look PDP, you look Labour Party, you look waiting the sub for inside of the parties where we don't touch down. We don't touch on one or two. Waiting the sub inside all of these parties with a wonder how it could take affect the voting pattern, how it could take affect the results of the vote, and SCOF, how we don't see for this country. We don't notice, we don't see, say, matter of religion, for instance, especially during politics, they play out well. They play out well. So, talk about what's happening for inside of the APC. Matter of politics, they play up. Hello, who they decide?
Hello, Samuel.
Samuel, I greet you this morning.
Yeah, thank you, Jared. You see, all those political gladiators,
yes,
they believe anything they want to do, they can just do and get away with it. After all, now they won't get the thing, understand? They put the public into account when it comes to reason. And at the end of the day, they want to come and start the same public. Wait, they say they put their word in account. Because, like this thing, what they talk about, the man was not concerned. He believes, okay, anyhow, he go enter. And now at the end of the day, because it's coming to serve the public. It's coming to serve the public. Don't say if you just collect the power, you cut it up for your house, they serve your own family. It's coming to serve the public. So, since they're not listening to this thing, that's all this is they stabilize their party. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not really they stabilize their party because if that's okay, make you do something, okay, like the article issue now, when there's okay, that power shift to the south, you say no, now you grab the power by force, carry and go on. Now the crisis don't come now, you not be control the crisis. So anytime when Mrs. such an issue they arise and they refuse to listen to their people, now they only.
Okay, but in the case of Labour Party, for instance, because in a very unique case, what do you feel with the sub for that party now?
Labour Party, I don't know much about that because it's a party that is coming up. They have to put themselves together, make them take correction from the bigger parties when they get their crisis, so that they can put their own house in order. Because they are just spreading up. Make them learn lesson from those big parties when they on ground before. When they not follow the way of the other all those parties.
All right.
Get it now.
All right.
That's what the thing is.
All right. Thank you so much for that one. We don't talk, Samuel from Ampo. Thank you for that one. We don't talk this morning. Say make the Labour Party. They need to calm down, observe, pick one or two things from the bigger boys, the bigger parties. Hello, who they here this morning?
Ezemmuo, good morning, sir.
Yes, welcome on board. Hello.
It's Lifeline on Ezemmuo. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I want to talk on Labour Party.
Well, if you go fit touch on all of the parties, fine and good. But go ahead, make I hear you.
Yes. In time of Labour Party, Labour Party is clearly donated the youth and those that love Nigerians. And that is why their things, all their programs are moving the way the masses, the Nigerians need it. Because the Labour Party spring up because they have seen a lot of force from all these bigger parties like APC and PDP.
But all these things now shield them, cover them from internal crisis because already now they get small internal crisis. You never notice that?
Yeah. Their internal crisis is crisis they can resolve within themselves without even on air. It's a kind of party that Nigerians need. And now, there is, even right from the beginning of their campaign, we didn't even hear that they have spent even 1 naira. It was the Nigerians that we are suffering themselves, making sure that everything is in order. And I believe that the mind of Nigerians and the hope of Nigeria will stand.
Okay.
Now, in PD, yes.
All right. Yes. Quickly.
Yes. And now in PDP, you can never cheat nature. That is the gospel truth of life. You can't cheat nature. You can do whatever you want to do, and the letter, it will reveal itself. PDP supposed to be an Iroko tree in Nigeria, so I'm speaking to you. But now, trickish is not good and it doesn't pay. PDP started with trickish and they end up in trickish. If we can use our tongue to count our teeth, apart of that one, in APC is not even supposed to let Nigerians know that they want to change their chairmanship. Now, by right, in Nigeria, now Nigerians are very obedient citizens.
Nigerians are Nigerians. When you say obedience, that word, say they talk about. Okay, quickly, Lifeline, because other people they try call the line. Yes.
Okay. APC choose Muslim tickets. They're supposed to resolve their internal issue ever before Nigerians hear it. Before we hear it, we're supposed to hear that our chairman has dropped for so person. We will know that yes, these people are matured. This is where they are heading us to. But now they have started. Are you sure that Adamu is going to resign? I know who he is very well. God bless you, my big brother, and bless my radio station.
All right. You say you know him very well. Where you take him from? Now your classmates. Lifeline. All right. Hello, that side this morning. Hello.
Hello, my brother.
Good morning to you this morning.
My name is GB.
GB. Welcome. Make me hear you quickly from Life Camp. Quickly, yes. GB.
Yes, I just tuned in and I was hearing Labour Party, things and that. I want to hear the cocoa so that I will not go out of.
All right, waiting day where would they check internal disagreements with the sub for the three major parties and how if it take affect the Saturday elections and the possible outcome, possible scenarios. Now, what would they check out quickly, GB?
Okay. Well, I will let you know that for Labour Party, let me start with Labour Party. They can't do well as they did in the presidential. For the presidential, they wrote on the.
You said they can't do well. They can't do well. How? Well, I don't understand what you talk. You said they can't do well on the presidential.
They can't do well as they did in the presidential election. What I mean is that the kind of vote they garner, the kind of state they were able to win. That's what I'm saying. That they can't have that performance of having governor in 11 states.
Okay, so why are you so sure that those states no go vote for the governorship candidates of the Labour Party?
Because now politics is local. They wrote on the sentiment of ethnicity, tribal, and religion to win in the north, like Taraba State, like the state, Plateau State. They wrote on that. Now the politics is local. If you go to those states, the religion is not an issue now. It's our tongue in those states. It's about you have served your own. Let's do our own. It's not about are you a Christian or Muslim. It's not about that now, and that's where it will go. Like now, I'm telling you that in Taraba State, Labour Party people there in governorship and assembly, the contending people are now at APC and PDP because that religion issue. When they say let's go with this man because of young person will not be there again. The same thing will happen in Plateau State. Are you getting me?
I'm with you.
Abuja has no governor. We have no house of assembly, so we are not voting. Then the other state they want in
Abuja has a senator in the National Assembly.
No, I said we are not voting this country because we don't have house of assembly.
Okay. Yes, governor and state house, of course. I understand you.
We are not voting.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that if in the southeast, especially, the Labour Party will not sweep as they sweep again. Because now it's local, like in Anambra State, Abga will win the House of Assembly. That's their tradition. They don't win national. The House of Assembly, Abga have been clearing it right from the time of inception. So it will not be like saying, Obi is our son, Labour Party. That will not occur again. And the same thing many states of the southeast and south-south.
All right.
So it will not work.
All right.
For APC, I don't see any problem in APC. APC will say, just because they want to align, because of the Muslim ticket, they want to align so that nobody will say, no, it's a Muslim party. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, GB. For that one, we don't talk normal level. I don't say no go see problem for there. But anyway, we'll still check the big talk this morning with a look we just carry mirror, make we close in. Get closer, close in small on some of the small cracks for the walls of some of these parties. Make we see how it go take a play out for the elections on Saturday for the three major parties. Now, what you would on the check out on top of the big talk this morning. Hello, who they decide this morning?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Who they talk there?
This is Joshua from Area 10.
Joshua from Area 10?
Yes.
All right, make we hear you quickly.
Yeah. My own contribution is this. APC, before the primaries, The Lalong governor of Plateau State was telling them that you people were like saying Muslim, because of Muslim, most of the Christians were leaving APC, which is Northern Christians. So the governor of Plateau State said, if you people leave, who is there to protect your interests? That's why he is staying. Now, they won the Muslim ticket, which the governor of Plateau State are forcing. And now they are now crying that they want chairman. Although it is a good thing to have the chairman, but the problem is they are not playing according to the rule. That is my own problem. Politics is not tribal.
What is the rule? Some of these things they play out for Nigerian politics where you see tribal religion sentiment. You see, I'm saying they play out. What did they say?
Yeah, but at least we should try. What I'm saying is they should try it and make sure that it's not more of religion than tribal. And talking about PDP, PDP they've already missed it in Nigeria as it is now. So
that's not your own opinion. That's not your own personal opinion.
You know, the next opposition party we are having now is Labour Party, from what I'm saying. And you will see, I tell you this, very soon, most of these people that are in PDP will now be leaving to Labour Party. Most of them. You will see that all of them will be decamping to Labour Party.
I don't know why, what do you see will make you talk like that. But anyway.
But I know what I'm saying.
Right.
And for Labour Party, I believe somebody was talking in Plateau State the other day that they should vote everybody, Labour Party. Those people were like said no, they will never vote Labour Party, that they are going to vote for PDP. That is in Plateau State. Some of them were shouting. And Aisha Yusuf of Labour Party was even counting the Labour Party Peter Obi, that they are not going to vote for Labour Party in Enugu State. That she doesn't do from top to bottom.
Hold on. Okay, wait till she done the work with Frank Weke Jr. of the Abuja. She done the campaign for her for Twitter even before the obedient movement start. And she done the talk from the beginning. Say yes, she now somebody will be say she dey focus on personality. She dey focus on character competence of the personality.
So that is the problem the obedient are having. They don't really. So nobody is really directing the Labour Party. So to say, because if you see even Peter Obi sometime on Twitter, if you tell them that please don't do this, they will tell Peter Obi that even you, if you look at yourself and insult yourself in the mirror, you too go collect. So he's not even in charge. That is Labour Party needs to set their house and let somebody be in charge. Let it be a real political party, just the way APC and PDP is. Thank you.
Well, I think saying two things, Dave. Well, thank you so much, Joshua from Area 10. But I think saying two things, the obedient movement or SCOF, you go attach or you go connect to the Labour Party, but Labour Party is a political party on its own. And an obedient movement, now something where they're born out of will be emergence as the presidential candidate. Okay, so many people don't the followers or the fans with the ginger say okay they call themselves obedient. The two of them they connected, but I don't think it's not exactly the same thing with them be the Labour Party and a Labour Party. Okay, all right. So when they check them out, yes, check your time 8:41. We still look the big talk this morning. We look some of the key things where they play out for. Some of the political parties, we don't hear from GB, Joshua, Lifeline, and we don't hear from different people, Issa Shiku. We don't talk about what go happen with some of the crises and how it will take play out for inside of Saturday polls. Hello, who they decide this morning?
Yes, now give you the call back.
Okay.
Yes, the interesting state where I want to really focus on is Lagos State. If you look at Lagos State now, the Labour Party is cashing on because they want it now. They feel they can take the governorship election. I now turn it to tribal, to people or this and that. And I'm going to let them know that, look, everybody has the right to vote whoever they want to vote. The Lagos State should do, APC should do what it needs to do to go out and win the vote. But if you look at the crisis there now, it's turning the way I don't want it to be. Because now like okay, if you don't vote for us, you will not stay in this place. We give you chances to be here. We give you all the support. Now you want to work against us. It should not be like
yes, that. But then are some of the concerns where people they raise that way they make at the bill. I say they get tribal, a tribal slant.
So, but what I'm saying is that those APC should go out and canvass for vote from the people. They are performing Lagos and they have things to show for what they have done. It's what they should leave the tribal aspect of it. because the election will not go with the presidential because Obi have not won the presidential. If Obi have won the presidential as of today now, we can say, okay, they want to go with the center. But now nobody wants to be left behind. On that mean, I'm giving APC an upper hand. That they should use that one to come. I say, look, be part of the center. Don't just go anyhow because if you're not the center, you will lose everything. You now have a mouth to say. So in conclusion, what I'm saying is that I see that thing go the way of APC. But the spoiler, we want to be the PDP who want to spoil things for APC.
GB.
And I'm really working on it. Yes?
They say you be spokesperson for APC normally. So I don't see you go make it.
I'm not speaking for APC. We're analyzing situation.
I know.
We're analyzing things and I'm telling you facts. Let somebody bring a counter. Don't just say that APC. When I talk on radio, I expect somebody to give me facts. I say, look, what I've said is not this way. Bring their facts.
Yeah.
They don't have facts. They don't have facts. That's what they say is that APC. I'm not saying APC. I'm saying that APC should focus on what they have done before. That's what I'm giving them. If they want to win the election, they should leave the area of tribe saying, now we get Lagos. If you don't vote for us, we'll do some. No, they should leave that. Anybody, it's a free society, democracy. They should focus on what they have done to convince the people. You know, they were overconfident to do the presidential, thinking it's the Gaban state. Everybody come with the Gaban. But they are shocked them to say, look, it's not about the Gaban, it's about interest, it's about the youth. Now they are running escalator now to see that they win the youth. They are going to PFN, go everywhere, post from world. So what do you have performed? It is the second time. But they should not put on a code. They should struggle for it. They should canvas.
They should not make it a tribal thing. Make them focus on the competence.
Let them go and vote. Let them go and vote. Let them go and campaign and get the people's vote. Thank you very much.
All right, dude. Thank you, GB. Thank you for that one. We don't talk. Say yes. Make the no make tribal campaign. Say yes. Lagos State Governor don't do some things according to how they take them. Say don't do some things. Make them capitalize on those things when you don't do. Make them campaign with those things when you don't do. Instead of to the comments that they talk say and they get people we get Lagos now we get Lagos do how we talk or we pursue you from Lagos all of those threats where the reports where they come outside where people they hear now what in GB they address this morning. All right, so we still check I'm there the big talk this morning where they try to hear from you. We don't look we don't break down the talks them some of the small rift for the parties how they take the play out or possible outcomes for the elections waiting they fit turn into. Now, according by reports we come out much earlier, in fact, it did the headline this morning. Today, so the leadership of the All Progressive Congress, the APC, plus including the President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and most of the senators-elect from the party and the members-elect of the House, the members-elect of the House of Representatives, all of them say they go gather together, they go do meeting, make them take reason. And some of the key agendas for the meeting, number one, now to settle this issue of the issue where be say the vice chairman of the national vice chairman Northwest of the All Progressive Congress, Malam Salihu Lukman, the issue when he come outside, when he say to balance out the controversial Muslim ticket, to balance them out, make the national party of the APC make a step down for a Christian to take over. And Oskov, not be only that one when he talk, he still mentioned something. He say another controversial thing there when he talk is he say make the he gets somebody else when he say make his still step down for the matter. I say make his still they make the Oshun, he say make the national secretary. Yes, make them remove the national secretary of the APC, Iola Omishore, to appease the party supporters for inside of Oshun after the outcome of the results from both the governorship and the presidential election for Osun State there. Say some of the party supporters for inside of the state, based on say Osun no really deliver for the governorship elections and it no really deliver for the presidential election for the APC. Say some of the party supporters no really they happy with the national secretary will be Iola Omishore when he be saying that from Osun extraction. So based on that one, to remove the two of them, not some things will go appease some of the party supporters. To remove the national chairman of the party, Abdullahi Adamu, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, to remove him, and of course to remove the national secretary Iola Omishore. These are the two arguments where the national vice chairman Northwest of the All Progressive Congress, Malam Salihu Lukman, come outside. Now, and today, for inside of the meetings, them where they go do, according to how they describe it, they say closed door meeting. Say it go happen for State House, for Abuja today, will be Monday. They don't talk, say, many of the interest, many of the things where they go raise now in that area of number one, some of the agenda, number one, they go look the leadership of the party, maybe look some of the concerns where the vice chairman Northwest raise, and then of course make them still check how they go still of course to familiarize or meet or make them they on the same page, talk about the president elect and the vice president elect plus all the whole parliamentarians elect to make the meet with the president elect and vice president elect. All right, so all of those ones now, something at the developments where they on top of this matter, and then maybe at the end of this meeting, some solid conclusion or solid resolution or solid settlement will come out based on the matter. Okay, so if you did here for inside of WhatsApp, if you still send us message for inside of WhatsApp, like a caller they always do, 0818222205. All numbers them. Then if you see call us on top of 0903 22 29 797 0818 22 22 206, and then a scoff we still get 0818 22 22 205. All of them are the numbers where you fit still check us out on top. Citizen FM 93.7 for Abuja. Now here we did this morning, Super Citizen at sunrise. Now the show where we did this morning, they call me the chief priest, the big talk. Now waiting we done the check with the look internal small higgy hagag rifts, disagreements for inside of parties. Now waiting we done the check out and how did they take effect or how the fit take effect the elections will go happen on Saturday based on how it be. All right, did they call me the chief priest? We're going to look at now the numbers they there where you go fit the call now, but I get one particular report report when I see. I just want to confirm something we break now when I just need to confirm, then I go even give them to you as it be. Well, I never feel verify that information, but I just get some unverified reports. I go need to cross check, make I very sure about them before I go let you know. Okay, about the say CBN asking banks make them start to give people old notes. We need to verify that one. That one just the drop, but I never did sure about them. All right, so 10 minutes before 9 o'clock, the big talk. I come back now.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. This is to inform the general public that the holy month of Ramadan, the month of impactful rewards, and the month of blessings is here again. Therefore, we beseech Muslim faithfuls to sponsor our Ramadan programs such as Call to Prayers, Tafsir Quran, Qira'atul Quran, Ramadan Talks, Women of Jannah, Paradise, specially designed for the Muslimah, Children's Program for our young upcoming Ustaz, Dawn Program, Sahur Special, live on Citizen FM, and many more. Allah says, who will loan Allah a beautiful loan on earth, and Allah will build a house for him or her in Jannah. Talk to us today. Please call 0806 397 7823, 0812 0043990, or 0817 3964218. Let's partner to make it a Ramadan to remember. Marhaban, marhaban, Ramadan Kareem. Marhaban, marhaban, Ramadan Kareem. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dreams. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dreams. Your problem
fix my problem and my joy is your joy.
Oh yeah, now 8 minutes now. What it remain before 9 o'clock? Now quickly, make I just let you know, say on how 9 o'clock now could go inside of the newsroom. Make we hear, get information waiting their call for the news. And if we come outside from the newsroom, it will be time for sunny side of sports. That one go carry us go reach 10 o'clock, where the big Don himself, the Lawrence Omete, go there on ground for insight. All right, so quickly, we don't try tie up this whole matters. Make we tie them up, but I will just take my last call this morning. Hello, who they decide?
Mami, good morning, bros.
Morning to you. Who they talk with? I be my last caller this morning. What will be your name?
My name is Abdul Ocheja.
Abdul or Cheja?
Yes.
It sound like Charger, Abdul Charger.
Not the way, sure.
It's not the way. Make we hear you. Where the colors from? Where the colors from?
Okay, from Carol here in Abuja.
All right, let's go quickly.
Yeah, my contribution to all this is that APC should tarry a little, should not jump into what the advice from the man from Lukman, who is from the Northwest, is saying, until the National Assembly leadership is constituted, so that the Christians will be giving the president of the National Assembly. Anything that will lead to dropping of Adam, these people will come to jump into the fora that yes, anybody can contest the Senate presidency, even a Muslim. I'm a Muslim, but I want a Christian to take it. So let them hold on until that is done before Adam Abdullah will step down and he will only give it to a Christian.
But
that's one.
All right.
Two.
Okay.
Two.
No, finish. Yeah.
Then, okay. The second one is this: they should make a way in the constitution whereby people should originally outside presidency, you should not vote in any election that has to do with governorship election, because this is bringing problem everywhere in Nigeria.
How? I don't understand. When you say outside presidency, I don't understand what you mean.
Okay. It's only presidency, like for instance, that I'm from Kogi State, I am in Abuja. If for instance Abuja is voting for governorship, it shouldn't be my business, it's presidency. Because the people of Abuja, who are indigenous people, should decide that. If you see what is causing rancorous issues in Nigeria today, as it stands, it's because the Igbos in Lagos are voting for governorship and they are not happy with them. So they should provide a meet whereby, the houses, they go to their state to vote. They don't really vote in the where they are resident. Except presidency, if they can produce a card that will allow people, if you are for somewhere else you want to register in Abuja, then you can only vote for presidency, not in any other thing that has to do with the other internal issue that has to do with
the position. You should register for your ward, you should go vote for your state.
Yes,
if you like to,
Yes, I am saying constitution should be made to avert this, because Lagos today now, why are they shouting there is a tribal issue? If Igbos are to vote only for presidency at the governorship level, they can relocate to their place and do that one. Good and fine. That's why I'm suggesting that constitution, they should amend that. So to camp, so that people should not be unnecessarily creating tension everywhere. This is just the problem we have in this country.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrew. Ocheja, thank you so much from Caro. Now quickly, finally, the last thing when I go talk before I come up, buddy. Now, some of this, especially when you talk about religious, Muslim, Christian, I believe, say, yes, many people, they use this thing. Many people believe, say, politicians or political office holders or office seekers, they use them only during campaigns. After campaign, I'm not sure say get anybody where policy they favor separately. Whatever they don't put on ground, the same rain where they beat Christian, they beat Muslim, the same sun where they shine on top Christian, they shine on top Muslim. I don't really know whether religion of where person come from, whether it affects delivery of service, it affect the quality of service where the person they bring come outside. So I believe that the conversation itself gradually, I believe that gradually we will shift, go where we will talk about competence and what the person get to offer instead of religion, especially like what they SOP now, and what they try to balance out the whole matter for inside of the APC. All right, so whatever you do, make peace be your watchword. Make you remember, say we no get another Nigeria where we get. When we talk about some of these things, we talk about them so that we go learn some things where we not supposed to do. We will learn some things where we say fit be mistakes in the future. That's why would they talk about some of these things on top of the radio. Then they call me the chief priest. Now here I go pump me 3 minutes before 9 o'clock. Make we jam tomorrow on top Super Citizen at Sunrise, the brand new week. Many things they lined up for the week. You don't go and miss any edition of the show this week. I could join you again tomorrow morning, 6:30 on Top the Radio. Get a better morning.
Celebrating our cultural pride is our core essence. Let's bring people together through communication as we say we would. Let's meet Oloye Babake.
tó bó ṣe rí lẹ ti gbọ́ òun o ẹja pàwọ́pọ̀ ká ti ètò yìí lẹ́yìn gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ jíire pátápátá bó ṣe rí lẹ ti gbọ́ òun o ẹ ṣeun.
Alhaji Sadiq Abubakar.
Barkanmu da warhaka ku kasance tare da mu a cikin shirin kowane rana.
Ichie Ekene Ezemmuo.
Ụmụnne m na-esonyelu na ya oge ọbụla ebe ọ na-akpọtụ ebe ejedebe ya na ebe a nọ ịghọtago ana m ekwuzikwa ka mmadụ.
And Olobowada.